Hi, I'm Jeff Lehman. Well, with the housing crisis in Muskoka, we know we need to get new, affordable apartments built faster, in part to address our wait list for subsidized housing here at the district. We put a new idea out there to build a factory, to build components for these apartments. We think there's a great value potential here to save money for the taxpayers and get these buildings built faster. But we know people have a lot of questions. I want to thank everyone who's taken the time to read our material and answer our survey. We've certainly heard a number of different questions and concerns. It's a complicated topic, so I'm hoping to answer some of those questions here today. One comment we've heard is that, soon humans will have no more jobs. AI is just going to replace them with robots. Well, although there is automation equipment here that will replace some manual processes, like in most manufacturing, we have humans working alongside them in this kind of a manufacturing facility. It's not unlike an auto plant. In fact, the factory will create about 20 jobs in the facility itself, and then another 10 jobs assembling the panels into buildings on site. The other thing to remember about this is the panels piece of this is only about 30% of an overall building. The other 70% of the work will still go to the local construction industry as the district completes these projects. So electrical, HVAC, landscaping, fit and finish, site preparation, plumbing, all of those things continue to be tendered. And because we can do projects faster and cheaper through the factory, that will allow us to do more projects, generating more work for the local economy. Some people have asked a great question, which is, why not just go to an existing factory? Why set up your own? Well, we believe there are substantial savings for Muskoka taxpayers from doing it this way. We believe it can generate the best value for our tax dollars. However, there are existing producers out there, and if they can deliver the same value with an existing facility, then the district should, of course, be looking at that, and you'll hear more on that in the months to come. Well, lots of people have had questions around the process and the status of this decision. No final decision has been made here. We're still at early days. Our survey is open until August the 7th. We are continuing other consultation. We're going to get more information, but ultimately the decision will be made after the next municipal council is selected, and that means the end of this year or early in 2027. Still lots of steps to gain more information and hear back from you. Well, lots of you had questions around the costs and the savings of this, and you wondered whether this was going to make your taxes go up. Well, no, the whole point of this is to save tax dollars. Here's how we believe it will work. The investment is $17 million to get the factory up and running. We are applying for provincial and federal grants, and we're very hopeful that a portion of that $17 million is going to come from senior levels of government. But the whole project will ultimately return the district's capital investment. We are working into our business plan a return on that capital, so ultimately the capital cost is returned to the taxpayer. It is zero. The savings come from the reduced cost of housing projects. So when the district builds housing, we pay a certain amount through our traditional methods of construction and tendering. We believe this approach will deliver lower prices per unit for new housing. So over time, as the district continues to build to bring that wait list down and provide more subsidized housing, those cost savings will accrue to the taxpayer in the form of less expensive projects here at the district. Some people also had that question, why is the district even in the housing business, and why would you consider going into the factory business? Well, the reality is we are already in the housing business and have been for decades. The district owns hundreds of units of subsidized housing, and we have just built a new building here in Bracebridge, 44 new units, rent less than $1,100 for all of those for subsidized housing. And by the way, that project was on time and on budget. But it's not enough. We need to build more and faster if we are actually going to provide housing for all the people that are on our wait list for subsidized housing and help ease the pressure on people who are on a modest income here in Muskoka. And in terms of the factory business and producing housing components, this is not something that will be run by a municipal department. It will be run by experts, not municipal bureaucrats. We have a specialized services corporation that will have a skills-based board. That's people running the company who have experience in manufacturing and in housing, and professional staff operating it. Part of the reason to put it into a specialized corporation is we recognize this is different. It requires a unique skill set, and like other municipalities who've used this tool to very effectively deliver public services, we believe we can do this here in Muskoka. We've also heard the concern that this will take away work from the local construction industry. Well, the panels from the factory are only about 30% of an overall building project. The other 70% still has to be completed by local contractors, by the trades that are brought in on site. And so everything, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, site preparation, foundations, fit and finish, landscape, all of these things will continue to be provided by local contractors. And because the panels allow us to do projects faster and cheaper, it allows us to do more projects that will generate more work for the local construction industry. Folks, I know this is new and different, but it's a very exciting potential project for Muskoka. Please go on our website and read more about it and let us know what you think. EngageMuskoka.ca and look for Housing Faster. Take our survey and let us know what you think. We are going to bring the survey results and your comments to District Council when they make a decision in the future, and your feedback helps us look at this project. Thanks for helping us as we try and create more affordable housing faster for Muskoka.